comes with a stun, which is something that Immortals lacks.
And he's a decent laner right now that Mangoes are back in the pool. Like Mangoes on
so
Chaos
good
Knight
against
is so
Chaos
good.
Knight though.
Here's Brew.
For anyone who doesn't know, you have the blue panda has a purge that does 1,000 damage to AoE, and so the CK's summons it does like 2,500 or 3,500
we used to
damage.
see it against PL all the time when PL was even bigger.
But CK's way more countered by it than
ulti,
PL.
yeah,
His ulti just gets erased.
This is like brothers, you know, his brothers. I was gonna say his brethren, and I
then he just butchered it.
Is it really his brothers? It's just kind of him.
No, it is
repeatedly.
a phantasm. Yeah, it's not his. It's him. But wouldn't you like if you spawned illusions of yourself, you consider them brothers, right?
Not really.
What? What do you consider? You're
Just be
okay
clones.
seeing them die?
They'd be clones.
See you later, clones. You dumbass.
Yeah, they don't have.
I'm alive.
Yeah.
They have a timer on them.
It's messed up, Liz.
Okay, do you think they summon the same ones over and over again?
I think his mind
Just keep
is the
pulling him
same in
back to
every
life.
CK. I think his mind is in
Then
every
they're
CK.
clones.
Hey, okay, I saw the Clone Wars. I was part of the Clone Wars. I was actually Boba Fett's grandson. I was part of it. But this draft, I like the heavy team fight from Optic, but if honestly, I still like Optic's draft, but what if you just give up 5 kills again before 5 minutes? You
Don't
just
do
give up
that.
5 kills to Immortals? Like, that's terrible. Like, they shouldn't have done that, right?
Yeah.
Like, it was very bad kills, too.
This time around, they don't have the arrow, though.
They don't, and that is a big one.
It's a mid-lash, if we didn't mention that.
Yeah.
So it is going to still be a mid-lash, huh?
I mean, now that you pick the Brew, which like I think was overall a great pick, you kind of get pigeonholed into putting the Lesh mid just because like where else does what?
Yeah.
You have Brew mid.
Before we start, I know Pugna versus Lesh later is great for Pugna, but in the laning phase, like you can just lightning if you get decrep for CS, right? Is that a big deal?
No, it's fine in lane matchup. It's just the ward as the game goes on, and you offer like pretty decent burst damage to bring down the Lesh.
Well, I think I'll choose Optic. I always choose a team. I like the heavy team fight, but I think if Immortals does win laning phase, they're just going to run over at 25 minutes. Like, CK is a core like that, so...
Deuces.
Bye,
Thank you, Grant and BSJ. Game 2. Immortals and Optic. Optic with the last pick Brewmaster to try and... Uh-oh. CCNC could be in trouble already. Febby... Oh, no. Never. He leveled. Died. So... Maybe he could have gotten in range of an ensnare. Not the case.
They're giving each other the all chat. Since he tipped Ryoya, he said, "Can you level up your compendium?"
Have a little humility, two-legged a bum. We're getting into the next level of all chat lines.
And we
Now
talked about how
hero
they were
lines.
friends. They're friendly. I'd imagine this for millions of dollars and life-changing amounts of money.
Have you seen this Chaos Knight skin, by the way?
No.
On the horse? Look up to it closely. It's like he changed his horse into a dog.
Huh. That's crazy. That's a cool skin, though.
Yeah.
The battle begins.
All right. So what are we going to be having? Top lane is going to be Naga Siren and... Okay, they're switching up the lanes. They want to have the Chaos Knight up against the Brewmaster lane? Do they want that? I thought they would want the Chaos Knight versus the Faceless Void lane. Okay, yeah. They got some extra information. They realized, okay, Pycat is bottom. We're going to switch things up. We're going to keep our Chaos Knight bottom lane because that's where we want him to be with potential kill power against the Faceless Void. And then we're going to try and put our Pango, who can still get CS even though he's facing up against the
This is really nice.
Drunken Haze.
That they scouted it out in time.
Yeah.
That they won't miss any CS. Last game, CCNC did pretty well for himself mid, but ended up not being able to do a whole lot.
Is it just me or we got no gun?
We have no games. I don't hear anything. This is how I play, son.
Yeah, if you ever play against Blitz, just play techies or something. Something
can't
that
hear anything.
relies on sound cue. So he's just bumping music the entire time.
It's your boy, deaf as hell.
Oh, Zai actually doesn't manage to get the Cogs pushed back. Roya doesn't want to lose his mana, though, and will anyway. I guess he's got 3 mangoes to work with. There we go. Back to good old Dota.
That's scary again. Alright, remember, this game, guys, has quite a bit of implications. If Immortals win this, then they're just one series. One way or another, they're one series away from winning.
Yeah.
They just have to win one more series. Because even if they win this series and lose the next one, they'd still be, if they lost, they'd still be in the losers finals. So they'd still only be one series out. And that's quite a big advantage, being able to play one less series.
It should be a free farming Brewmaster though. This lane.
Yes.
Warlock Brew lane. I'm not sure how much PyCat CS is going to be interrupted by the CK being in lane. Right now he's doing really well for himself. 7-6 against Roya's 9-0. And then the mid lane matchup, MP 7-2 compared to Leshrac 5-3. It sounded like BSJ said this lane wasn't bad for the Leshrac to start. It just gets bad later on into the game.
Mid. Zai. You see
Zai.
him? First blood?
Early haste rune pickup. That'll be a first blood
Dude,
for
he's
him.
going to get a lot of gold out of this. He's even going to get the last hit on the ward. That's 20 gold.
You made that sound like it was going to be a lot more gold than it was.
Did I, though?
20 gold? Going to get a
20
lot
gold.
out of it.
That's more gold than he had before.
That's true. And he can get boots now.
Pick up that change, young man.
All right, Febby is really trying to contest this pull, but he does TP out. He'll be okay. 33 and Peter Pan were going for some crazy behind the tower creep stock up where the Pango has to last hit under tower, I guess. I'm not sure what the point of that is.
Feels like they're giving him farm anyways.
Yeah. His stats may be bad, but I think Velo can still last hit, especially with the Quelling Blade under tower.
Both CK and Void expectedly getting free farm.
Now Zai is much more of a threat to this Oracle now that he has the early boots first, so Dubu has to play pretty far away from Roya at all time. You can see Zai's just constantly zoning him out, then separates the Chaos Knight, tries to get some battery assault damage on him. A little bit scared, though, to completely man-fight the two of them.
Much better start overall. Although it feels like both sides are farming.
Yeah.
Every core has something right now. Seems like the trade-off nowadays in Dota.
Bit of an attack damage advantage for this Pugna is leading him to a bit of a CS lead. MP seems to be faring a bit better against CCNC than Roya did as the Dusa. Lose his Nether Ward, though.
Another 20.
It just keeps stacking up.
That's 40 gold that he's just fed away.
Unbelievable. Whoa, Bella, where are you going? It's not 5-minute rune spawn time yet. Oh, he's getting a bottle. Bebby, though, needs to go collect the creeps underneath the tower. Bottom lane looks like they're trying to go on the Chaos Knight. Did manage to get off the Fate's Edict to be able to protect Roya against the magic damage. Again, that's part of the problem with playing against this Oracle. A lot of telegraphed, easy to dodge damage. Zap. C is now almost out of mana as a result. PyCat hoping for the bash. Not going to be able to get it, though. What happened to the 5-minute bounty runes? I wasn't paying attention. We had a kill. Optic got 3. Immortals only got 1 of them, so Optic currently leading, net worth 1k. Bottom lane again, they're going on Roya, trying to disarm. Oh, he actually used the reality rift to try and get a little bit farther away. Does have the magic stick charges as well as 1 tango to be able to eat through. Zai and PyCat have trapped him in the trees, though. 1 second stun, not going to be good enough to get away from Zai, though. With the boots, will kill the Chaos Knight. So now the lanes are beginning to get a little bit more off-kilter for Immortals.
Zai's going off right now. Really was helped by the mid kill into the 20 gold of the ward.
True. That's why it's important to always control those runes. Haste rune is what set him up for that. Now with the bottle, he has even more incentive to do so. Back over the top lane, 33. Gets down to about half HP, but he's got a Warlock behind him, so he should never really feel too in danger.
This is the kind of start that we were expecting in the previous game.
For Optic.
Yeah.
I think Optic should have been able to control the game a little bit better.
Absolutely. And at bottom, Ryoya gonna get aggressive again onto Zap.
He just keeps on forcing him, takes a bit of damage. It's just being annoying more than anything. And it's creating a lot of space for Pycat to get free CS. He's 31-11 now compared to 23-3 of this Chaos Knight.
Everyone's getting free farm right now on the side of Optic.
It seems like there was just no good options for this Chaos Knight lane in general. Nice! That is a good set of cogs. Knocks everybody back. They're going to try and farm those cogs, but now Zai sees an opportunity to get some more damage onto Roya. But Dubu, again with a Fate's Edict, and even a Purifying Flames just to give him some added value heal. TP out from Velo. Looks like with little mana, he was a bit scared. Bottom lane, the Chronosphere onto Dubu. They will be able to get that one kill, looks like. He tried to go for the disarm, but a Pycat hits himself instead. They do trade out supports, though. Roya managing to kill the Clockwork. Mid lane, looks like we're going to go for a gank. Febby is going to set up for MP, who does have that life drain, but they needed the ensnare to be able to land. CCNC, quick on his feet, managed to get away. This ward is what allowed him to see the Nagasiren coming out of the trees so quickly.
Lush just going to farm some neutrals up. MP's still having a pretty good time of it, and their team fight is going to be very good too, with the Nether Ward. So it's hard to discount them out, but right now, it's not an easy deficit to cut through. Velo hasn't had as dominant of a laning phase as he did in game number 1.
Right.
We've got a Helm of Dom already picked up on 33. Got a Catapult. They're going to start trying to pressure this tower.
Now that he has the Rolling Thunder, though, we've seen how willing he was to make early rotations, and Febby, I'm betting they're going to do a similar game plan where Febby just tries to take the lane and farm it as a support while Velo moves around. You could see that now with the smoke, but CCNC, it's a very different situation, right? They're pushing this lane underneath tower. It's like super obvious that Velo's missing, and maybe that's why Immortals are going in for such a deep wraparound dive, hoping to be able to catch CCNC, who's trying to play it safe, but won't be expecting a rotation quite like this. They see him, they're going to lead with that disable, long enough for Velo to be able to get there with the Rolling Thunder, bounces off the cliff to be able to hit him again, perfect positioning, just lays into CCNC multiple times and will be able to get that kill. Now Zai locking in Dubu, tried to go for that kill with the help of Peter Pan Dam, who TP'd in, but Immortals, having already killed the damage dealer in the Leshrac, makes the fight look pretty easy.
Notice Febby kind of gives up on that top lane. 33, yeah. Just hitting it with his own Catapult.
The danger, right? This Brewmaster with such an early leads, kind of dangerous to play against. The Helm of Dom is allowing him to really punish the missing core. Goes for the tower deny from Febby, couldn't get there quite fast enough. Take advantage of that opportunity. Net worth-wise, no surprise that Brewmaster's leading the board. Pycat's right behind him, and quite a big difference there between the rest of the cores, who are all a good 600 to 800 behind them.
Yep. 2k up so far. Predicated on that early tower. This time around, pace is not nearly as fast.
Zai caught trying to go for the 10-minute bounty runes, but will survive as bottle charges to play off of as well. Everyone's trying to secure their advantage mid lane. Leshrac couldn't really go for that kill despite hitting the stun. That Nether Ward is too dangerous to fight against. So it looks like, again, Optic will have the better control here. Immortals only have this one by the secret shop that they can control. 33 threatening the ultimate here. Febby's going to be chased away. Velo swashbuckles out as well.
Velo thinks about popping the ulti.
That's going to be tough. He does have a swashbuckle shield crash. It'll do some damage, but the Warlock has healed 33 up so much. And he's not next to like a cliff area where he could guarantee back-to-back hits. Due to a very less dominant lane, Velo has not gone for the Javelin this time around. Looks like he's just going to be opting for the early teamfight sustain items like normal Pango. Velo again trying to set up on that mid lane. CCNC was going for a shrine play though.
They want to try to push in this mid tower, take it as fast as possible. Like, it's already 11 minutes in, and you haven't really been able to do that. Oh, he actually hits him with the stun.
Pango can easily get out of range though.
Like, you wanted to be able to take this tower with that first rotation in, or at least do damage to it, but you're playing pretty far back if you're MP. CCNC is just constantly pushing in the wave. pops his ult.
It feels like the status quo has been very favorable for Optic. What is...
Yeah.
Do Immortals try and move their Chaos Knight around? Like, what,
I don't know.
what should they change?
I don't think that moving your CK around is the same as moving your Mirana around. Is the Chrono gonna go out?
Easy Chronosphere to Boo. He went for the Fate's Edict on himself to protect against the Clockwork's damage, but the physical damage is something else entirely. Now the jump inside of the Cogs. Well, Zai does play the edge there, so he's bumped out of the Cogs. He's going to be run over next to the trees. Now he's still pretty tanky, though. Vel's going to be having a hard time to be able to finish him off, and the time dilation slowing him down so much. As he limps back to the tower, will be caught by Zai as he goes back in with a battery assault. Now Velo does have the time dilation wearing out, but it's going to be close call. Swashbuckle is coming up now. They throw for the golem. He jumps away, but they now have the fatal bonds out to Duba as well. The creeps, and the creeps is what ends up getting Velo killed.
Yeah, this time around, much more static lanes, leading to fights like this because Immortals, they're starting to feel a little bit desperate right now. Just like, what kind of moves can we make exactly? Not a whole lot of burst damage on their side. MP probably going to have to make that rotation. Their 5-on-5 is still very strong with Sleep and CK once you get some items.
Yeah.
And MP's mana, or the Nether Ward. The Pango is still the Pango, but so far so bad. I don't really know. Last game it felt a lot easier to start fights because whenever the Mirana and the Naga were in the same lane, it was a kill.
Yeah. And we don't have that kind of kill combo, right?
No.
Like, Naga, Pugna is kind of okay. Lock in somebody and get a life drain blast on him, but it's not the same kind of threat that Mirana is. It feels like Immortals just tried to run, like, basically run it back, run a similar kind of lineup in Game 2, but much weaker, and Optic have adapted very well to deal with it. Zai runs right into Febby, but goes for the hookshot on Dubu, misses that. So it looks like he misses out on both opportunities to get kills.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
But they will still pressure this tier 1 mid tower, and Immortals are not in a position to defend, so they're instead going for this bottom lane push. This lane has been not quite fully abandoned by Optic, though. They have Pycat and Zai, both wanting to defend while CC&C pushes in the mid lane.
They're going to lose that tower. It's starting to get pretty low. Question is, how many heroes do you bring in here if you're Optic? They found the Nether Ward. 1 second up for Chrono. TP coming in as well.
Snare onto him. The Rolling Thunder doesn't actually hit 33 in time. Nails him as he tries to get off the ultimate, but it feels like Optic did what they needed to do. They did defend their tier 1 successfully.
You see 33 just fake it repeatedly.
Yeah. Just wanted to scare them back. CC&C was maybe not farming at that time, but is in a position to do so. And these 4 heroes from Immortals aren't really doing anything. Now, one of the big problems with Chaos Knight has always been his ability to keep his farm up. We've seen some interesting concepts from Chaos Knight players in the past. There was that Helmet Dominator Chaos Knight somebody attempted. Maybe it was Eternal Envy or something.
Are you a fan of that?
Not a big fan of that. We saw Hannah Midas as well.
Oh
Roya is definitely going to need that extra farm because he's going to be 4-man ganked up by Optic.
He all in for that catapult. He got a 1 second stun, then it baited him into death. He did get the bounty rune though.
Yeah.
Let it be known, Cap.
He did do that. And he almost got the 200 gold from the catapult. Zai tried to pose a threat in bottom lane. He actually does manage to get the battery assault plank into MP to stop the life drain. Still dies, but takes a bit longer.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
That just means more time for 33 and Pycat to take a tier 2 while MP is trying to finally finish up this tier 1 bottom.
Radiant's bottom tower has fallen. Dire's top tower is under attack.
Bloodstone almost completed by CC&C. Has the most amount of last hits at the very least. And this pace, it's a lot slower from
Top tower
really both sides. But this time it's favoring Optic a lot more. Just because it feels as though they can finally, and they can take fights with the Warlock.
middle tower is under attack.
The Brewmaster has an incredible start.
Yeah.
Like 33 right now, Blink Dagger, Helm of Dom, at just 16 minutes in. Does not lack for items.
Spots MP, just takes clarity off.
Tower is under attack.
Armlet about to be finished up from Roya, but this I mean, Armlet isn't enough most of the time, right? Chaos Knight just needs a lot of levels, usually needs 2 or 3 items